We're getting to that 1 hour mark, though. And we still have no verticality, and that's gonna be a deal breaker, I think. We do have quite a lot of health, though. We got prison shackles, which is a chance to stun. The sticky bombs, which have a chance to put a sticky bomb on monsters on hit. Actually, we've got a couple of those now, don't we? Alright, at 60 minutes. Yeah, see, a small enigma did drop over here. So small enigmas will drop with our bugs. Good to know. So we're going to take the chance. At 60 minutes, we're going to hit the teleporter. That's enough farming for anybody. And get on with life. So that's good to know. Our cooldown is now down to 8 seconds, and we actually will continue to get small enigmas as we go. Good to know. Because we're not yet the queen of boogers. We're like the duchess of boogers at the moment. When we get the cooldown down to below 1 second, then you will know we are the queen of boogers in truth. Of course, we're reaching the point now where we really do have to walk around and find items that drop, because we're killing so many monsters off screen with the boogers. I think we'll be okay. I would still like to get some verticality. Yeah, there's His Majesty. We're going to kill His Majesty, and then we're going to go to hit the teleporter. And we will start to move on. We got lots of speed. We got lots of different kinds of attacks. We just got an arms race, which we can't get drones in this game type, so it's not going to matter, that arms race. But hey, it's nice to have the box. It's nice to have the box that the arms race comes in. Did that... I guess that magma worm dropped that small enigma that I was on top of. There's a monster tooth up here. Okay, we gotta go hit the teleporter. There will always be monsters to fight. We gotta go hit the teleporter now. It is time. We've been here for an hour. It's time to move on. It's time to go. We have an elite Colossus spawn over there. He's not going to survive very long, though. He's already dead, in fact. A little bit more healing. Now we got 2 minutes to just chill out and wait for all the monsters to be dead before we can actually use the teleporter and go to level 2. We have the start of a good breaking run happening, though. What we really, really need to see is some verticality, some kind of jump. A double jump, or the rusty jetpack, which is just like an enhanced jump. We're getting items pretty quickly now, though. Like, the items are dropping for real quite a bit. I don't... As far as the golden gun goes, I'm not really clear on whether the golden gun maxes out eventually, or if it just... your damage keeps going up and up and up the more gold you have. But we have over 130,000 gold right now. So if there's no cap, when we go to the next level, we will be facing a severe reduction in our damage output. But hopefully you can see what I mean. There's no real bad items in this game. There are items that... Hey, there's a tier 3. Oh, it's another Fireman's boots. I have 2 of those now. I wonder how Fireman's boots stack. It's actually very rare to stack a tier 3. I see a bustling fungus down there. It's in a tough spot, though. Let's see if we can kill this wisp. Not quite. Let's get out of that hole. That hole's a bad place to be. Yeah, the tier 3s, the ones outlined in red, there's some really brokenly powerful items in tier 3. There's another 56 leaf clover, which will increase the amount of items we get even more. Do I have boxing gloves yet? Let me just do a quick scan down there. I'm actually not sure, and I can't really glance down to check. I don't see... Oh, we do have a pair of boxing gloves. Okay, cool. Because that boxing gloves, though, that's knockback. That's really good for the Huntress, because she can be walking away from a monster and shooting it while pushing it away from her. And I've got the permafrost, so it's being frozen. And we will now say goodbye to Stage 1 and go into Stage 2, an hour into the game. The farming, dear viewers, is behind us, and now it is time to just hope that our survivability is enough to get us to the point where there's verticality. In fact, there's the teleporter. We'll just hit this right now. Okay, we've got the plasma worms happening. We just have to stay very far away from them. Their hitbox is much, much larger. Any blue electric monster will damage you from way outside of their hitbox. And I'm going to have a hard time getting damage actually in it because of how fast the monsters are going to be spawning here, I think. No, we got him. He's dead. Okay, good. He dropped a will-o'-the-wisp, it looks like. There's some items up top there that we can go grab. Let's see. We got here another toxic centipede. We got another taser. We got some more fireworks. The fireworks will be fun, I promise. The day will come, kids, where the fireworks will pay off. More spike strips. Spike strip's one of those items, like, it's not super useful, but again, you might as well pick it up. It's not going to hurt you. There's no item in this game that can actively hurt you to pick it up, like in Binding of Isaac. The decision points in this game come from game modes where you have to open chests. The way it typically works is each level will spawn X amount of chests, and each chest costs X amount of gold to open. So the risk of, like, the decision points come in, okay, I see a chest here. Do I want to open it and spend my gold here, or do I spend my gold later? If you don't have the gold, it's, okay, do I sit here and wait until I've got some gold to open this chest and wait for that risk value to go up, then the level will get harder? Everything's risk-reward. In addition to just chests you can open, there are also shops where you can see what kind of items you're getting. And then it becomes, okay, I see an item there that I really want to buy. How much time do I invest in making sure I can pick this item up? Or, okay, I've cleared the level and hit the teleporter, but there was a chest way at the other side of the level. Now that I have enough gold to open it, do I go open it, or do I wait? Going to level 3 now. With Sacrifice turned on, it does remove those decision points. Damn it, there's repulsion armor over there. Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Is Acrid home? Acrid's home. Let's kill Acrid. What's up, Acrid? We'll take care of Acrid here. He'll be fine. I think we're going to have the top be our kill floor. Ooh, he dropped Thallium. That's a... Man, a lot of the tier 3s are dropping. That Thallium, I think, is just big-ass damage over time. That repulsion armor would have been really good, though. That's a defensive item. And it's a tier 3 defensive item, so you know it's strong. What it does is, I'm pretty sure it... I don't think it's invulnerability, but I think it absorbs damage in some capacity. I'd have to actually pick one up and read the tooltip to remind myself what it actually literally does. The one benefit she has on her glaive, there's a teleporter, but we don't want to actually fight here. I don't want to, you know, we are going to loop all the way back around and have the top be our killing floor, which means we'll have to make another loop through the level to do cleanup. But I think that'll be the way to do it. So... Acrid, of course, is one of the player characters in the game, and that's how you unlock him, is you fight him on this level. He doesn't always spawn on this level, but when he does, and you fight him and kill him, when you beat the game, you'll unlock Acrid as a player character. Which is one thing that makes this game a roguelite, and not a roguelike. Another roguelite that I put a lot of time into is Rogue Legacy, which is a cool game. But Rogue Legacy is probably the least roguelite-like game that I think belongs in the genre. Like, the randomness in Rogue Legacy is actually very, very slight. Really, the only thing that you can randomize in Rogue Legacy is the layout of the levels. And the layout of the levels doesn't matter that much. Like, there's a bunch of different character classes in the game, but after you play long enough, it feels like most of the character classes kind of feel samey in what they're capable of. And every part of the castle in that game that you can check out, like every level you go to, you have to play in the same kind of way. Every monster has to be fought in a particular way. Like, after you know the rules of the game, there's really not much left to discover in Rogue Legacy. You reach a point where you've seen everything the game can throw at you, and at that point, not much else is going to happen. That doesn't mean it's a bad game, though. Like, it's a really good game, and it'll take you a long time to get to that point. Because the way that game is structured is you get gold during your castle runs, and then in between castle runs, you spend that gold to upgrade your stuff. I got another syringe and another clover. Beautiful. So I think for most players, like, the game can end once they've beaten the last boss. Like, once they've beaten the boss and seen the credits, that can be the ending for some players. For other players, I think, because when you beat the game, you can start over on New Game Plus, which is harder. All the enemies do more damage. Enemies spawn, like, harder versions of every enemy spawn in. You know, I'm going to do a loop around just in case items dropped over here. I know we've been killing monsters off screen. I don't know if any items dropped over here. And I'd really hate to leave like a Hopo feather or a rusty jetpack or something on the table. I don't see any though. So probably not. Grabbing ropes is still kind of finicky in this game. And it was even more finicky when I first plugged in the Steam controller and I'm using the touchpad as a D-pad now. That took a lot of getting used to. My main criticism of the controller is if you're going to try it out, the Steam controller, you have to really commit to learning the style of input. You have to really make a commitment to gaining new muscle memory. His Majesty jumped in at the 11th hour there. And dropped me a monster tooth. Thanks, His Majesty. So New Game Plus in Rogue Legacy, every time you beat the game in loop, you keep all of your upgrades and things that you've purchased, but like the monsters in the castle get harder. And so I think for some people, the end of the game will kind of come a little bit later, after they've gotten all the possible upgrades they can buy, which means they will have looped the game a few times. And Imp Overlord, go away. Go away. This is not your party. And the first couple of New Game Pluses you play, you kind of have to relearn the game again because you're fighting much more difficult monsters and they do a lot more damage. So there's stuff to learn on the first couple New Game Pluses. Monster Tooth and Goat Hoof. A little bit of healing, a little bit of speed. What more could you ask for? You see that cloud of purple crap that's flying off my attacks? That's that ceremonial dagger doing some work, killing stuff off screen. So we're going to keep looping circles around the level to make sure all these off-screen monsters aren't dropping the items that I want. If I can't grab this rope, though, that's going to be real scary. I'm going to back off and kill these monsters and then try again. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that ceremonial dagger is awesome. That can lag the game, but I don't think a ceremonial dagger can crash the game. There's some items you used to be able to crash the game just because it puts so much crap on the screen, but they released a balance patch. Not really, it was a content patch, and this was a bug fix. It wasn't a balance thing, like the items are still good, but to limit the amount of times those items can stack. There's the other kind of missile. That one launches multiple missiles sometimes when I fire. The more of those I have, the more it'll launch. And it'll be really, really good. Got lots of them small enigmas now. We're up to 29 small enigmas. Cooldown on the bugs, 5 seconds. The bugs are getting there. And this is actually the version of Stage 4 I wanted to see because this puts off our inevitable fight against the Cremator. Because we are going to loop. We are absolutely going to loop. Unless I push the wrong button on a teleporter, but I don't think I will. I think it'll be fine. In fact, I will even double check at the end of this level which button I want to push, and I will say it out loud so I don't accidentally push the wrong button. There's the timer. Now we just have to kill the rest of the monsters. Throw some bugs over there. The bugs aren't going to get there before the ceremonial dagger does, though. It's fun when you push the boogers and they fly towards a monster that dies by some other method before the bugs reach it, because you'll see the bugs just kind of randomly change direction, kind of aimlessly. It's pretty humorous. There's an artifact up here we can get. the invisible ropes up here ready to go. But we'll just leave it. I don't want to pick up no artifacts. I just want to get the level done. So I'm going to stand in front of the teleporter. It's going to tell me what button to push. And I'm going to say it out loud, because next level's teleporter, if I push the wrong button, we don't get to loop. And I would love to loop. So it says, push A to teleport to the next level. Well, A is actually my L button. So push A to go to the next level. And then teleport to the next stage, we'll say push A to go to the next level, or push, I think, Q. Oh, there's a small enigma on the ground I didn't get. Damn it. That would have made our bugs better. Can I grab this rope? I can't grab that rope. I can't. I don't... It's just how it is. Okie dokie. So yeah, some players in Rogue Legacy will play until they get all the upgrades and things, which is a couple of new game pluses. After that point, the game just gets more and more difficult until you reach a point where only certain character classes are even viable anymore. After I think I made it to New Game Plus 7 is the highest I've made it, and at that point, it's like there's only a couple of character classes that are even viable anymore, like the Barbarian, the Paladin. The Spell Sword is the best, or the Assassin is still viable. And then at that point, there's a couple Goat Hooves and a Guardian Heart. Okay, so there's my damaged shields that I wanted. And now I have it. I rule. So because you reach a point where Rogue Legacy, every run is just kind of samey, you reach a point where it's just the same strategies, you're just refining them over time. And I don't want to say the game's no fun at that point, but it just doesn't have the staying power as... Oh, that sprouting egg is in the floor and I can't get it from underneath because I don't have the verticality. Damn it. That's too bad. I'm glad that Blighted Clayman got taken care of before anything terrible happened. More of these mortars do not go amiss. There's actually 3 levels of missiles. There's the mortars, there's the AG missiles Mark 1, and the AG missiles Mark 2. So there's one for each tier. And they're all good, and you want to stack as many of all of them as you can. There go some bugs! The flyer enemies can't even get to me. Those flying Lemurians, they can't even get to me because we're just rocking them too early from so far off screen thanks to the ceremonial dagger and our bugs and whatnot. There's a small enigma. Cooldown on the bugs. Still 5 seconds and change. 1 or 2 more of those though, and it'll only be 4 seconds. And the further we loop, the faster and faster items drop. Like it'll reach a point where we'll literally be picking up items constantly. I've got 3,300 health and a Guardian Heart, so I can't be one-shot. So push A to revisit previous levels, push Q to teleport to the final level. So A is L, there's L, now we're looping. I'll also reach a point where I'm fast enough to outrun my own experience. The end-of-level experience that kind of flows into your butt there. We'll get there, guys. This is a breaking run. In fact, is this the first breaking run I put on? Like, the Bandit run was kind of broken, but that was because I used a glitch. I don't know if that really counts as a breaking run. I've streamed a lot of breaking runs. They're really fun to stream. The faster you get, the harder it is to... The harder it is to grab those ropes, though. Whatever, I'll take a second arms race. I'll carry around 2 giant boxes filled with missiles and such. Why wouldn't I? Let's go see if our Twaliporter's up here. Why can't I grab this? Thank you. Twaliporter's right there, and our killing floor can be up top here. This is actually a good spot for the killing floor. It does mean more and more monsters are going to be killed off screen now, though, and that is a overloading Vagrant. That's scary as actual hell. I don't want to be anywhere near that thing. So now we're going to stay on the move quite a bit.
Shoutouts to Half Frog Man, who sponsored this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.